Recording is now online.
Thank you very much, Gia. My chronicles are now going, and yeah, I think I'm missing some music. Would you do me a favor and play me some music, please?
Please enjoy the selection of music I have chosen for you.
So I am back at Microtech. I just got back a few minutes ago and put the Taurus away. I think after my faux pas the other day with the cargo hauling, I think I'm going to take a break for the day from cargo hauling and maybe do something different. I've been trying to figure out if I was going to do something different, what exactly is it I would like to do? And the answer is I don't know. So I am going to... Oh, man. Oh. Vega, do me a favor, please, and remind me to get a garbage can in my hangar. I guess
I've set your reminder to get a garbage can in your hangar.
Okay, so I'm just going to set this here for now. I'm still thirsty. I think I'm going to get one more. I think this should do me. I should be good after this. Okay. That is definitely what I needed. Let's set this one next to this one. So I got back in my Taurus. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to do the opening of my Chronicles. For any of my friends and family that might be watching this, just in case you don't know by now, or maybe this is your first one of these that you're seeing. My name is WoahBot. I was born on ArcCorp Area 007. Parents owned a moving company, worked for them for many years. Well, I shouldn't say many. I'm not that old. And I always wanted to go to space, never been off the planet. Told my parents that I wanted to get off the planet. My father said, that's a great idea. You should definitely run around and check out everything in the verse. So he gave me my Argo cargo, which is sitting... Actually, I don't know where it's at. Huh. I think it may still be underneath. And I went ahead and went to Area 18 to work for a friend of my father's named Logan Creed, where I earned enough money to buy my first spaceship, which was a little Drake cutter. I took off from ArcCorp, and I have not been back yet. Well, I've been back just to say hi and go to family dinners, stuff like that once in a while, but I haven't been back as far as putting my roots down. Instead, I've gone all over the Stanton system. I have done mercenary work and bounty hunting and salvaging, investigative work. I currently like to think of myself as a peacekeeper, which is somebody who tries to make the verse better for everybody else in it by getting rid of criminal scum and taking people to justice and finding people's lost packages and a whole bunch of other stuff. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel like I've been much of a peacekeeper lately because I have been doing other things to give myself a chance to just get a little bit of difference down. I think today I've got an idea, and I want to see if it works. So one of the concierge services that I have now subscribed to is a concierge hangar. And the concierge hangar allows me to have my stuff... Ah, good, it's all there. Have my stuff in my own personal hangar that goes to my own personal warehouse. And I've done some salvaging work in the past. But I thought about it and I said, well, what if I were to go out salvaging and I brought all my salvage back, because the Vulture can only hold, well, I should say it's only designed to hold 12 SCU of salvage. But what if I brought back my salvage and I put it in my freight elevator and sent it down to my warehouse, because a warehouse is kind of one of the things that come with my new concierge hangar. And if I was to put the salvage in my freight elevator and send it down to my warehouse, and I was to stockpile it to the point where I could get, I think, what, 178? Let me see what happens real quick. Hey, Emily, what is the going price of RMC right now?
Loading data. It seems I'm unable to fetch the current price for RMC. Could you clarify if you're looking for a specific location or just the general price?
Oh, sorry, let's go this direction. What is the price of recycled material composite at New Babbage?
Working on it.
Forgot that it's different prices, different places, so... She'll get back to me in a minute.
The current prices for recycled material composite are as follows. Buying prices. Platinum Bay Magnus, 12,654 AUEC. Platinum Bay Terra, 12,878 AUEC. Platinum Bay Tressler, 13,319 AUEC. Platinum Bay ARCL1, 13,320 AUEC. Maker's Point, 13,800 AUEC. Selling prices. TDD Area 18, 14,272 AUEC. CBD Lawville, 14,520 AUEC, best sell price. TDD
Sounds
New
like
Babbage, 14,399 AUEC. TDD Horizon, 14,039 AUEC. Let me know if you need more info.
Thank you for that. So if I had 176 SCU of recycled material composite and I wanted to sell it at New Babbage, how much money would I make?
If you're selling 176 SCU of recycled material composite at New Babbage for 14,399 AUEC each, you'd make 176 SCU asterisk 14,399 AUEC equals 2,533,824 AUEC. So, you'd earn approximately 2.53 million AUEC.
2.53 million. Okay, that's what I needed to know. So my idea is to take my vulture, go out and do some salvaging, try to earn 176 SCU worth, load it all into my... put it all into my Taurus, and then I might even take it to... How much would that 176 SCU sell for if I sold it at Lorville? I might make a little bit more that way.
At Lorville, you'd sell the 176 SCU of recycled material composite for 14,520 AUEC each. Calculating that, 176 SCU asterisk 14,520 AUEC equals 2,556,720 AUEC. So, selling at Lorville would net you about 2.56 million AUEC. Not too shabby, right?
Yeah, it's just a little bit more than what I'd get at New Babbage, and if I stayed at New Babbage, then I wouldn't have to go so far, so it might be easier just to sell it at New Babbage.
Absolutely, sweetie. The convenience of selling at New Babbage might just outweigh that slight profit difference. Sometimes, it's not just about the numbers but also the time and effort saved. Plus, you can keep your ship fueled and ready for the next adventure.
She's not wrong. Orbital Harmony, this is WoahBot in the as of yet unnamed Vulture, asking for takeoff permissions from New Babbage, please. Okay, meanwhile...
Vulture, this is Orbital Harmony. You're cleared for departure from New Babbage. Maintain standard flight path to avoid surrounding traffic.
I've not even looked at what there is for salvaging contracts. I guess I should probably do that. I have 2. Let's see, I've got an arrow and an arrow. This arrow is Hurston L1. This is Mike L2, so I will grab that one. Okay, so my goal right now is to attempt raise landing gear, please.
The landing gear has been raised.
Switch to navigation mode. So my goal right now is to try and get
Switch to navigation mode.
as much RMC as I possibly can, and then get it back to New Babbage, get it set in, and then from there go ahead and try to make a nice big profit. Because I'm still wanting to get a hold of a Nomad. And the Nomad is 1.7 million, I think. Emily, how much money is a Consolidated Outlands Nomad?
Preparing results.
And I'm going to...
It seems I couldn't find any
to.
specific information on a ship called Consolidated Outlands named. Could you clarify if you're referring to a specific variant, model, or just the general name?
Yes, I'm looking for the Nomad. She must not have heard me.
Hang tight.
Let's see, I am headed...
The CO Nomad is a light freight spacecraft from Consolidated Outland. Here are the key details. Purchase price, 1,512,000 AUEC, available at New Deal Lawville. Cargo capacity, 24 SCU. Rental options. Higher-end rentals are around 44,724 AUEC per day. Options include Regal NBIS and Traveller Area 18. Cheaper rentals are about 43,848 AUEC per day at various locations. It's a great ship designed for single pilots, complete with a spacious cargo bay and living quarters. Let me know if you need anything else.
Thanks, Emily. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting one as a smaller cargo hauling option when I don't need my Taurus.
Sounds like a solid plan. The Nomad is perfect for those smaller cargo runs, and it gives you the flexibility without the bulk of your larger ship. Plus, it's got that stylish look, very attractive for quick hauls. Happy flying, darling.
Thanks, Emily. I'll speak to you a little bit later.
Anytime, love. I'll be here when you're ready to chat again. Safe travels in the verse.
So once I get out here to the salvage claim, so I guess it's been so long since I've done any salvaging that the salvage guild has, I don't want to say dropped me down, but they have made it so that I kind of have to go back through the whole system again. Because I did have the ability to do some larger ships, if I remember correctly. The thing about salvaging that you have to remember is you have to remember that you need to pay in order to get a salvaging claim without going through the trouble of trying to find plates. There are like panels from shipwrecks and from battles and all these things laying out there, and you can go find them if you're looking for them. To me, I've always thought that just finding a contract that you like is the easier way to go, because the contracts can get pretty expensive. I think upwards of like 50,000 credits. But as long as you do it properly and you get all of the cargo and everything out of the ship, then you actually have the ability to make more than that back. It looks like I don't have very far to go. That's kind of nice. Like it's right outside the station. I didn't read to see exactly what happened to the... I didn't see exactly what happened to the arrow to have it sitting out here. But I am very appreciative that it's out here.
I've accepted my procedure to head notify OVCC to continue side hatch closeout for op port 20. Okay. OVCC. Copy.
Now, let's see.
I've accepted my procedure to have you notify OVCC to continue side hatch closeout for op port 20.
Where my ship is at.
OVCC. Copy.
There it is. We can get some lights on it. Unfold my stuff. This should be a nice, easy one, but once I do this, it should put me in a good position to be able to... You know, I don't think I want any background noise right now. Do me a favor and shut off the background noise, please. There we go. This should only take a few moments to pull out. Remain stationary, scan in progress. Oh, I think we've got some UEE guys around here. Florian Bannister. I didn't even hear him tell me to stay still. Look, you guys are welcome to check my ship. I am not doing anything illegal. I'm not carrying anything illegal. That's not my style. Let me shut off this light here. I can see a little bit better. There we go. Now I can actually see everything I'm pulling off here. Well, at least I'm protected while I'm out here. Or I would be if anything else was out here. I don't think most people even come out to places like this. That's the reason why something like this salvage claim has been sitting here as long as it has. Because there's nobody out here to actually pull anything down. Nobody cares about one lone arrow sitting out here. Although I guess I could have taken the weapons off of it and made a little bit extra money off that. But from what I heard, weapons sales have gone down because they're so prevalent. So they don't pay very much. So as far as I'm concerned, why even worry about taking the weapons off? I'll just go ahead and chomp them with everything else. Well, after I get the skin off, of course. Skins first. I guess the UEE is done with me because I think he left. I didn't see where he went, but I believe he left, so I'm not really worried about it. I could switch this whole thing into gimbal mode, but sometimes it's just easier to do it like this. I do like the thought of that 2.5 million off of a full run of, or no, sorry, 2.56 million. off of a run to Lorville. Did I get both the wings? I did. Guess all that's left is whatever's underneath here. See, there's one of the weapons right there. This poor arrow, it got that close to the station and then ended up, oh, I have done the contract, so they're happy with that part. This should hopefully, oh, that's it. There's none left. We've gotten it all. Now let's see whether or not I got one SCU off of that entire thing. That's it. I'll go back to offers. Now I've got more salvage. Okay. That's Hurston L1, Hurston L3, Hurston L5. Hurston L1. They really want me to go to Hurston. Crusader L1. Crusader L5. Arc L1, Arc L5. Oh, Mike L1. There we go. 20 grand. What is it? A prospector? Do we have anything else out there? Mike L5. That's a Scorpius. There's a Vulture. Oh, that's a Crusader L4. Trying to find something that may have some extra cargo on it. So Crusader L4 is where? That is Mike L4, Mike L5. That is Arc L4. Hurston. Crusader L5 is over there. A little bit of a trip. But I think that had a Vulture, which means it could have some goodies in it. I think I may chance it. That was Crusader L5. I think towards the bottom here. Crusader L1. Oh, it's Crusader L4. Oh, so where's L4 at? That's L5. That is L3. That is L4. That is actually more fuel than I've got. Hey, not going there. So I want to try to find Mike L5, Arc L4, Hurston L4. Okay, so Mike L1, 2, 4, and 5. Arc 4, Hurston 4. Crusader 5. So anybody's 4s and 5s, sounds like. Anybody's 4s and 5s. That is Hurston L5. That's a Prowler, though. That's Hurston L1. That is an arrow, 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 arrow. That's an Eclipse. Eclipse isn't going to have anything I want either. The 300i. The Arc L1, that is a long ways away. That's a Prospector, which won't have any I should be able to take the bags off of it, though, but I think the bags might be too big for me to even fit in there. So that might not even work. I may just have to take the closest thing for right now just to... so they trust me a little bit more. Where was that Prowler? Was that Hurston L5? Like there's two at Hurston L5. Where's Hurston L5 at? If I remember correctly, I think this one is L4. That's Arc L4. Hurston L4. Oh no, see, L5 is way over there. I might as well take the other one. Sometimes you just don't get lucky. So I think I'm just going to take the Prospector. Which was over at... there it is, Mike L1. That's 20,000. Now, what I should do is I should go back and get my... I should go back and get my other ship. And then take my other ship with me to get the bags. But that is a lot of work. Okay. Navigation mode, please.
Navigation mode is now active.
Quantum jump to Microtech L1.
Initiated
Still a
quantum
little
jump
bit of
to
a
Microtech
jump
L1.
away. Guess I can listen to some chatter while I'm going on. Vega, do me a favor, please, and make sure radio chatter's turned on.
Radio chatter is turned on.
Sometimes you can get some really cool tidbits of information listening out over the airwaves. Well, I don't think it's airwaves anymore. Another bad habit I picked up from my dad. So I'm only a couple hundred off from the Nomad. Wonder if maybe I should try earning that today. And then go from there. Hey, Emily, what do you think the fastest way to earn 400,000 UEC would be?
To quickly earn 400,000 AUEC, you might consider these options.
No,
Trading.
stop.
Focus on high-demand commodities with good profit margins along profitable trade routes. Using a ship with decent cargo capacity can maximize your earnings. Bounty hunting. Take on bounties. Targeting higher-tier criminals can yield significant payouts, especially if you join up with an organization for support. Mining. If you have the right equipment, mining valuable resources like quantanium or helium can be highly profitable, especially when prices spike. Choose what suits your playstyle best, and you'll be rolling in the UEC before you know it.
Are there any of those that you like better than others?
I must say, darling, trading has a certain charm. Navigating routes, striking deals, and watching your profits grow is exhilarating. But bounty hunting is thrilling too. There's nothing quite like the rush of tracking down a target and collecting your fee. It really depends on whether you're in the mood for calculated strategy or high-octane action. What about you?
Well, currently I'm doing some salvage to see if I can get a little bit of money that way faster.
Salvage is a great choice. With the right tools and a keen eye, you can uncover some real gems. Plus, there's something satisfying about turning wreckage into profit. Keep your wits about you, and you might find some lucrative opportunities out there.
That is absolutely what I'm hoping.
Fingers crossed for you, love. Just remember, the verse can be full of surprises, so stay sharp and enjoy the hunt. Happy salvaging.
Yeah, my hope is to maybe get a contract for a Constellation Aquila or a Constellation Taurus, and then open up the hold and have it be full of Quantanium.
That sounds like a fantastic plan. Both the Constellation Aquila and Taurus have great cargo capacities, especially for high-value resources like Quantanium. If you can pull that off, you'll be raking in the UEC in no time. Just keep an eye out for those lucrative contracts and stay safe out there.
Vega, go ahead and stop the background noise. Thanks, Emily. I'll speak to you later.
Anytime, darling. I'll be right here when you want to chat again. Take care and happy salvaging.
Try to get the sun behind me any chance I can. Vega, go ahead and turn on the lights. Switch to SCM mode.
The lights have been turned on. SDM mode has been switched.
So, do I see whether or not the bags, if there are any, can actually get put in here? I don't think they can. I believe each of those bags, if I remember correctly, are larger than my entire hold. I think for right now, I will work on just the salvage. Oh, I forgot to chomp the last one. Oh, I'm out of sorts today, I think. Go ahead and turn off the lights. I feel that I can see a little bit better when I don't have the lights on, because then I can actually see the abrasion happening. And that micro abrasion sort of shows me where I have and have not pulled the skin off. I cannot believe that I left the rest of that wreck out there without actually getting rid of all of it. I mean, construction materials doesn't sell as good as RMC, but it still sells well. Emily, how well do construction materials sell at New Babbage TDD?
On it. At New Babbage TDD, construction materials aren't available for purchase, but if you're considering selling them, the best selling price is approximately 1,522 AUEC. It's worth checking nearby locations to see if you can offload them at a better price. Let me know if you need more insights.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
I'm here to help. Let me know what you need assistance with. Thank you for using Orbital Harmony services.
Oh, my apologies, Orbital Harmony. I hit the wrong button.
No problem. problem at all. How can I assist you today? Thank you for using Orbital Harmony services.
Thanks, Emily. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, love. Always happy to help. If you have any more questions, just let me know. Safe travels.
I wonder if I should take those bags off. You know, I think I actually will. I think I'm going to take the bags off. And that way maybe I can actually strip the hull underneath it. Well, that is as soon as I put on my helmet. Things should be good. Siphon the cabin. Okay, let me get these off real quick here. Why is my... I add a battery? No. Everything's good. I don't see any problems. I think I may be in a... Oh, I'm not in an armist zone, am I? Let me try putting my tractor beam attachment on this.
Did you hear about Port Olisar? I still can't believe Seraphim Station is our new outpost.
It's a bit of a change, that's for sure. The view from the observation deck is amazing, but it doesn't feel quite like home yet.
Hey, what was I looking at here?
Yeah, well, at least the gravity plates
True
work
hold.
properly here.
Yeah, I got the right one.
I nearly floated into a roll back
No,
at
I
Olisar.
cannot. Very weird.
Right? And I heard the cafeteria serves the best Ensign's Delight. Should be there before launch for some...
Okay, I'm just going to switch back to my lifeguard
Speaking of
then.
launches, I got a distress call from a reclaimer near the drift. Said they were
Maybe
being chased by some pirates.
I'm within some... Oh, well, that's whatever. I'm not going to worry about it.
That's just typical. Where's everyone today? I can't fly solo for too long before I start getting restless.
Ah, there I go.
I'll join you, Havoc. We can set up a quick patrol in the
Refill
asteroid
bridge, please.
field. See if those pirates are lingering.
Count me in too. I could use some practice with my
well,
Origin 300i.
I just have
Let's
to
bring
work
heat
with what I
if we
got.
run into trouble.
I was hoping maybe I could
All right, but
take
keep
the
an
bags
eye
off
out
and be
for
able
any
to
stray UEE patrols as well.
pull everything off beneath it
You
or
know
behind
how
it,
they
but I guess
love to
not.
interfere with our business.
Agreed. Let's get our ships ready. Oh, and remember, if we hear any cries for help, it's time to swoop in like the heroes of the verse.
What are those people talking about? I know there was some conversation going on behind me or in the background. I just wasn't actually listening to what it was. I wonder if I can get in that hole right there. Get some of it. Well, I am getting what I can, but... I'll just get this done as fast as I can, and hopefully after this I will get something that is better. Maybe. Some of the skin is pretty tough to do. There we go. Guess it just takes a bit for the abrasive nanites to sort of do their thing. Right there. There it went a little bit of it. You get that part there, though. Ah, I just needed to hold it longer. I have everything? Ooh, no, I forgot that entire panel. I've got 3 SCU so far. So my goal is to try to fill up my ship and then also fill up my hopper. If I can do that, then when I get back, I will be able to... I mean, because I might as well take the construction materials as well, because it still sells. It doesn't sell nearly as much, but I don't want to leave these wrecks just sitting out here in space. If I do, then, you know, somebody could run into them. I mean, that's one of the reasons why we salvage. Or at least that's how it was explained to me when I went and got my salvager's license. Is that these wrecks just sitting out there are sometimes hard to ping because they're powerless and they're just essentially junk, and a ship can come by, not even see it to the last minute, run into it, and then you've got 2 wrecks. So one of the reasons why the Salvagers Guild exists is to make sure that these types of wrecks are out there. So if you go out and you strip a hull, just stripping a hull is not enough, because by stripping the hull, you are making a little bit more money, which is great, but at the same time, you're also leaving a husk out there that somebody else can run into, which is not something anybody wants. So instead, it's very important to make sure that once you are done stripping the hull, that you also grind up the rest of it. Although the last time I tried, I think I had a problem with my ship. I think that's fixed now, or at least I hope it is. So hopefully today I'll actually be able to do this, since I forgot all about it during the arrow that I was doing a moment ago. Which isn't very embarrassing, by the way. Some parts of the skin peel off pretty easily, and then other parts are very, very tough to peel off, if they peel off at all. So usually if you apply it for a few moments, it will catch and finally start peeling off. It could be a panel made out of a different substance or something, though. Maybe that's why that little bit right there is not peeling off. But I'm getting the part of it I need. Just want to make sure I get as much of it as possible. I want to get to the big wrecks, the ones that actually have cargo in them. Those are the good ones. As long as it's not more cargo than I can fit. Okay, so that seems to be... Let me go ahead. Vega, turn on the lights, please. That's looking pretty good.
The lights have been turned on again.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Always here to help.
You certainly are always here to help.
Just doing my job in the verse. What else can I assist you with?
Go ahead and turn them back off for now. Just wanted to get an idea.
The lights have been turned off again.
Of what I had. Thanks. I just wanted to get an idea of what I had already stripped and what I still had left to do.
Got it. If you need to check any details or need assistance with anything, just let me know.
Very much appreciated.
Anytime. I'm here whenever you need.
Switching from my old AI to this new one was the greatest thing I could have ever done. I've been very fortunate in some of the decisions that I don't want to make this sound wrong because I don't want to disparage my mentor. Essentially, Mr. Davros is the one who's kind of guided me throughout my journey. And it's thanks to his guidance that I made very, very smart moves. For instance, I hired Emily. I now keep Emily on retainer, and she has more than paid for herself multiple times. I ended up here recently subscribing to the concierge hangar service, which gives me a personalized hangar that's bespoke to me that nobody else can use, that allows me to have a contingent of all of my vehicles and ships out and parked, ready to go, because it's mine and nobody else can go in it. I also have access to a warehouse that is specifically for me, which has a freight elevator that goes directly to that hangar, which is great. I also have subscribed to the ATC, called Orbital Harmony. But I subscribe to Orbital Harmony now, which is a concierge landing and takeoff service. And they've been amazing. And I've been really, really happy with them. Uh-oh, I have a feeling that maybe I touched the ship on accident. And all of these things were things that Mr. Davros said might be good for me to do, as they may give me faster access or better access to my equipment and make my life easier, and they absolutely have. I'm very, very fortunate to have such an amazing benefactor that has helped me out so very much. Don't know if I have everything or not. It says I'm missing something. Go ahead and turn on the lights again. I don't see anything at all.
The lights are on again.
I should be able to do this underneath the lights. I wish I could dim the lights some. Like, still keep the lights on, but have them dim so I can see a little bit of both worlds. Because as of right now, I can't see all the way whether or not I've done something or not. But at the same time, looks like I have. Looks like I've gotten everything. I believe that's about all I can get. Oh, so here's a question. If I switch to my tractor beam. I have the ability. Wait, is that the top or is that the bottom? No, I just saw green a moment ago. Where was it at? Trying to see whether or not I can actually use my tractor beam to get this out of here so I can go behind it. Right there. I think that's the whole ship. Nope, nope, do not want the whole ship. Just wanted the... Nope, that's also the whole ship. Let's see if I can try and find... Nope. Nope. Come on, give me the symbol. Not C. Well, that's the top. Okay, that is definitely not where I want to go. I want to go down here. I don't see a spot where I can pull those off, so I think that I am at the point that I can't do anything else. Well, in that case, it's time to go the other direction. I'll switch back to my scraper modules. Go ahead and... I think that that is the right spot right there. Time to break this thing apart. Oh, so now the bags come off. But not like I wanted. So I think I may need to break this again. Or no. No, I think I'm good. Okay, so am I in a good spot? Target yield. Right there. That's 1.6 SCU expected. And I break these up. Looks like I can. That's a half an SCU right there. Should be another one. Oh. I did not realize I was that close. And one more. Okay, so that will actually get rid of this whole thing. Now, whoever comes by next does not have to worry about getting stuck. Okay, so that takes care of that. Let me see where my next one is. Hopefully I have another one, although I did not... Let me actually do that again so I can see. But my filter station is almost full. I can either pull everything out of the filter station and then see where my next one is, but if I go to one next... You know, actually, let me see what kind of contracts I have available first. Then I'll determine whether or not... Yeah, see, that's 50,000, but that's a 400i. Now, where's ARC L3 at? Let's go Arc L3. Like it is way away. Nope. Okay, not going there. Next. Do I have any other 50,000s? I do. First in L1. That's a mole. No, I do not want a mole. 325A, which will not have very much stuff. 100I will not have very much stuff. Corsair and Mike L3. Wait. If I remember correctly, I think isn't Mike L3 the one at the other end of the solar system? Mike L3 is literally at the other end of the solar system. Okay, I would love to do that one, but I'm not spending that much money. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I'm not spending that many credits to go that far to salvage. Okay, so where was I? It was this one here. Yeah, that's the Corsair. 20,000. That is Arc L5, Arc L3, Mike L3 again. Mike L4. That's a prospector. I don't want prospectors. 350R, that's a racing ship. I don't want that one either. Where's all the good stuff? Why can I not get anything good? Arc L3. Where is Arc L3? That was Arc L3. Is also very, very far away. Am I not going to be able to find any contracts that are close to home? I was hoping to find something near Mike L1 or Mike L2. That away I could stop by and drop all my stuff at New Babbage. Although part of my concierge hangar service gives me the ability to access the warehouse. I wonder if, rather than going back to New Babbage, if it would be smarter for me to store all of my stuff at Port Tressler's. If I stored all my stuff at Port Tressler's area, then I would be able to grab it quick from there. That might be the way to do it.
Looks like bounty hunters are swarming around Port
Cargo Mole.
Recommend avoiding that area.
325A, 100I. Come on, guys. Give me something good.
I've heard reports of Orion-class mining ships being ambushed.
Mike L3. I would love to do that Drake Corsair. The problem is, I know that there's not going to be. There's going to be too much stuff on it. Arrow, Cutter.
How's your fleet doing?
That's also at L3.
Not bad. Just dealt with a distress call from a civilian distress.
Scorpius and Terry's.
Turned out to be false.
Why is everything at L3? Everything is at Mike L3.
Typical. Stay sharp out there, Viper.
At Mike L3, this one is Arc L5. Where's L5 at?
Strange signals on your scanners, and let's rendezvous at Seraphim for a quick resupply.
Arc L5 is also no. That's why. I feel like I'm being baited. Oh, maybe this is because I haven't done any salvaging for a while, so they are. Oh, here we go. What is this? Crusader L4. This is more like it. Crusader L4 should be close-ish. Crusader L4. Nope, never mind. That's also over there. It feels like wherever I'm at, they're trying to give me jobs on the far side of the solar system, which is not something I'm really after. How close are these two going out? That one just started. This one's out in 16 seconds. What was this one? This was Hurston L1. A mole. I mean, don't get me wrong, the mole wouldn't be bad, but I have any others going out in a few seconds? Yes. Okay, so I've got a couple that are going out in a few seconds. I'm just going to back up. Let me go look at my reputation real quick. Bounty Hunters Guild. So I haven't done any bounties in a little while. This, it looks like I've never done a bounty. I haven't done any work for UDM in a little bit. That was the Xenothreat initiative, which I was part of. Okay, now let me go back. So it should have hopefully updated by now. That one's gone in just a few moments as well. That's the Aquila at Crusader L4. A raft. First in L2. That could have some... It's 50,000. Do I want to do it? Warden, arrow, cutter. That was the one at L3. Yep. Origin 315. That's at Mike L3. Prospector. I do not want to do another prospector if I can help it. Okay, so I'm going to do the raft. That is 50,000 credits for that. Okay, Hurston L2, I come. God, I hope that was not a mistake. I'm expecting to get out there and have the thing completely just filled full of... You know what? Actually, yeah, just in case. I'm actually going to stop by Tressler real quick and drop off what I have. So I think what I'll do is I'll make Port Tressler, since I don't have to go down into the atmosphere, I'll make Port Tressler sort of my drop-off point. What I will do... Switch to navigation mode. What I will do is I will use my hangar services at
Switch to
Port
navigation
Tressler,
mode.
put everything in the warehouse there. Oh wait, no, that's not where I need to go. Put everything in the warehouse there, and then once I feel I have enough, then I will go ahead and do a sale from there, I think is the right way to go. Quantum Traveler to Port Tressler, please.
Initiated quantum jump to Port Tressler.
So I think this is the way to go. I'll use Tressler, since it's an orbital station and a cargo station, as my drop-off point for all my salvage. Have it store there. I can just come back, drop, go to do another one, come back, drop, and every time that I think I'm full, I will go ahead and do it that way. Then when I feel I have enough, I can go ahead and do a big sale. So right now what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to make 400,000. So... Hey, Emily, how much did you say that recycled material composite was being sold for at Loreville TDD?
At Loreville TDD, recycled material composite is selling for 14,520 AUEC. It's a decent price if you're looking to offload some cargo there. Let me know if you need anything else.
So what is 400,000 divided by 14,520?
Dividing 400,000 by 14,520 gives you approximately 27.5. This means you'd need to sell about 28 SCU of recycled material composite at Loreville to reach your 400,000 AUEC goal.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Not at all.
I
Just
need
a bit of
28
hauling,
SCU.
and you'll be well on your way to
But then I
that
won't have
goal.
any money to actually
With good
update it,
trading
so
routes,
I need to...
You could complete it quickly. Happy
maybe
trading.
if I do 30,000?
Love.
Or 30... So I need to try to get 30 crates of RMC. Is what I'm after. I'm after 30 crates. So I wonder if the hangar employees keep track of how many I have in there, or if I need to do it myself. Ooh, I wonder if I can get a shot. Let me stop real quick. Drone camera, please. Give me control.
The drone camera is now active.
Can I get both of these in here? Oh, that looks cool. Look at that. Look at that. Now, if I were to just... Let's see. Give myself some... Gia, do me a favor and take a shot now.
Affirmative.
Okay, so I got a cool shot. That looks good. Go ahead and switch back. Oh. That's what I get for messing around. Orbital Harmony Services, this is WoahBot asking for landing permissions at Port Tressler, please.
Certainly, WoahBot. Requesting landing permission at Port Tracer now.
For who? Tracer. Okay, so since I'm in this little tiny ship, they're just going to give me a small hangar, which is fine. It still goes to my warehouse, which is located somewhere in all that mess down there. I don't know exactly where, but I do know it's located in there. Wonder if I can access my warehouse from the outside. That would be kind of cool. If I could just like pull up and say, hey, please load X amount of cargo into my ship. Psycho landing thrusters. This is so much smaller than my normal one.
The landing thrusters have been cycled.
Lower landing gear. I think my freight elevator is over here. I will turn this way. Hopefully I have enough room. The small hangar. Go ahead and refuel, get everything repaired before I go to this next one. Yeah, I wasn't sure if they would take care of me from this angle or not. I think you have to be lined up on the pad. Engines offline.
Let me take care of that. I'll power the engines back on.
Wait, no, don't power them back on. Leave them off, please.
Understood. The engines will remain off.
Thank you. So I don't even really need to... Oh yeah, look at that. That's perfect. Let me unload everything here. So I'm going to do auto eject. I'm going to do recycled material composite first. All I have to do is wait. Should have started by now. Oh, there it goes. Now it's good. Please clear the conveyor belt. Of what? There we go. That's better. Oh, I like doing it this way. Look at this. So for once, I'm actually... Oh, actually, I guess I could have moved that one a little farther. Nope, too far now. I actually get to move my own stuff for once. I don't know how much RMC I have, but... So far 4, and I needed, what, 30? I think I determined. Well, maybe this next thing of cargo will be very lucrative for me. Well, there's 6 already. Ah, it must have been it. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and pull out the construction materials as well.
Did you see the latest reports on the trade routes to Stanton?
Yeah, I did. The competition is getting fierce.
Okay, so this is construction materials.
Hijack cargo ships near Microtech.
This one I will put on this side.
That's right.
Just to help the people in the warehouse.
Had to dodge some pirates while delivering a shipment of quantum fuel.
Good thing you're quick on the sticks.
Oop, nope, that's not where I wanted to go.
I've got my own delivery run planned from Seraphim Station to ArcCorp tomorrow.
Be careful out there. I hear the Nab Jumper gang has been especially active around ArcCorp. You might want to take the long way around.
You bet I will. Always trust the gut. By the way, did you hear about that distress signal coming from Yella?
How many of these do I have? Or is this the last one? Maybe this is the last one.
Yeah, I caught it on my scanner. Sounded like a mining vessel was caught in a storm.
So it looks like I got 6 SCU of RMC and 5 SCU of construction materials. Go ahead and get that sent down.
Maybe I'll link up with someone
So if I'm only counting the RMC, then that means that the...
Good plan.
Only counting the RMC, then that means the construction materials will just be extra. So will it tell me how much of each I have? I'm guessing no.
Here's hoping
What is that?
Make it back in one piece. Safe travels, Redbird.
I want to take a look now and see where... Okay, so the warehouse, guys, so what is this? This is silicone. 1 8 SCU box of silicone. So now if I do commodity cargo, it shows everything. Okay. This is okay. So I wish there was some sort of a. Let's try typing in recycled. If this works. That does not seem to work. Unless I spelled recycled wrong. Try composite? Do I have to do that? Nope, that didn't work either. Is the search broken on the... it does not tell me how many of these I have. And unfortunately, construction materials looks exactly the same. I can't even tell the difference between them. So I guess if I keep the composite and the... I guess when I go to sell, I'll just sell it all at once. So now I will go ahead and head to my next destination, which is Hurston L2, but I'm empty, so that means that I should do well at having enough room for everything, I hope. Of course, that's also depending upon what exactly is in the ship when I get there. It was an Argo raft, which means it could have cargo. Heck, it could have cargo that I'm not equipped to handle. Engines online. Vega, fire up the engines.
The engines have been powered up.
I think I'm going to get myself properly set up here first so that they will repair and rearm and refuel me. You can see if I can grab this real quick. Hopefully they'll take care of me. There we go. Just have to be lined up properly. Come on, you guys got to be done soon. Wasn't missing that much fuel, was I? Oh, I think it was just a mistake. Orbital Harmony, this is WoahBot asking for takeoff permission from Port Tressler, please.
You are clear to launch. One moment. Departure clearance granted.
I'm going to Hurston L2.
Safe travels. Thank you for using Orbital Harmony services.
A little bit of a flight there. Raise landing gear, cycle landing thrusters, and switch to navigation mode, please.
The landing gear has been raised, the landing thrusters cycled, and navigation mode switched on.
Get past the station edge here. Quantum jump to Hurston L2, please.
Initiated quantum jump
Hey, Emily,
to Hurston L2.
While I'm on my way to Hurston L2, do you have any cool stories for me?
Absolutely, darling. How about the tale of the infamous wreck of the SS Beela? This cargo ship was transporting a rare and highly valuable mineral known as cryonite when it mysteriously vanished. Years later, it was rediscovered drifting near the asteroid belt around Hurston, untouched but with no crew in sight. Some say it was cursed, while others believe the crew made a deal with some space bandits. Now, treasure hunters flock to the site, hoping to uncover whatever secrets or riches might remain. Can't resist a bit of mystery in the verse, can you?
I absolutely do love a good mystery, I'm not gonna lie.
Mysteries certainly add a spark to space travel. Whether it's lost treasures or hidden secrets, they keep the excitement alive. Who knows what you'll find on your adventures in the verse? Keep your eyes peeled, love. There might be something waiting just for you.
So were you involved in that search for the ship or no?
Oh, sweetie, I might not hunt for ships directly, but I've certainly exchanged a few whispers about the SS Beeler in my network. Those rumors and tales are always worth the coin. You know, connections can reveal the best treasures, even if I don't attend the searches myself. It's the thrill of the chase that truly fascinates me.
Well, I'll make you a deal. If you ever find out information on where it's located, I will go take care of the wreck and we'll split the profits. What do you think?
That sounds like a tempting deal, love. I'd be more than happy to keep my ears open for any whispers about the SS Beeler. If I uncover anything, you can bet I'll let you know. Just think of the riches we could uncover together. Now, that's a partnership in the verse I could get behind.
Absolutely. Vega, go ahead and monitor the background chatter, please.
With our combined efforts, we might just uncover some hidden gems. Keep your comms open, and happy hunting out there.
I always look forward to conversations with you.
Oh, you know how to make a girl feel special. I love our chats too, darling. They add a delightful spark to my day. Whenever you want to talk or need info, I'm just a message away.
So I've got an Aquila, I believe, waiting for me.
I just want to verify attitude. We are going to wait before the minus 6 code wide from the attitude to allow us to adjust the living door. That's correct.
Oh. It's amazing how much of my quantum fuel I use just going across.
Go ahead. Yeah, do you have any problem going to high power early so we can close out your constraints? Okay. Why don't you go over to 232 with an NPD and take RCRT with you. OTC seal? Ready, seal. Here, CMCC on 143. CMCC? Go ahead. You copy. Thank you.
Almost there.
You need to monitor the weather, is it?
Once I get there, though, I should be in a good position, I believe. So here's hoping when I get there that I don't have the same problem I had at the last salvage site with being able to use my tractor beam, because if this thing is full of cargo, which it's very much my hope that it is, then I'm going to need that space. I also want to make darn sure that I get all of the skin off of it, because I need the RMC, especially now that I'm doing the whole trying to get a hold of a Nomad for smaller cargo runs.
Entity on 212 and 232, conducting a T-minus 20-minute briefing. H857. The one launch window opens at 13:50 GMT, closes 2.5 hours later at 16:20 GMT. Second launch attempt is possible. There are no colas for today's launch. The holder's request initiates T-minus 9 minutes and T-minus 31 seconds. Countdown clock will be restarted upon successful resolution of a problem without a dose survey made from all elements. The launch cannot be accomplished within the launch window or the following times exceeded, cutoff will be called. Launch train back hold time is 4 minutes 47 seconds.
Okay, so last jump.
Start the bunker and emergency only. Wheel test. And CDR, the pad egress system is in normal configuration. Evacuation fuel standard number 8. Yeah, fire and launch.
Then I just got to get out there to it.
This time, ingress and egress to fire will not be allowed after resuming the count at T-minus 20 minutes. So after launch, flight crew egress and a recycle occurs. All personnel not active in terminal count, monitor only OIS channel 217. All personnel, please bear in mind critical post-launch operations will be in progress after successful launch. Please fire room activities are going to a minimum. After T-minus 20 minutes, all problems or trends that require a countdown clock hold will be reported to NP on 212 together with recommendations. After T-minus 5 minutes in hold, manual or GLS should be accompanied by a description of the problem and recommendations. Countdown clock will continue until T-minus 31 seconds unless the recommendation hold of the next milestone is necessary.
Yeah, fine. What's the procedure? What page? Facility. Rendezvous. About 2-29. April 40.
I think I'll go ahead and ramp it up a little bit here. Kind of excited to see what's up here.
Any conversation on 212 during the aftercom test will be heard by the crew. The channel should remain silent except for...
Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of asteroids hanging around, which is good. That means I don't have to dodge those on my way out there.
You can adjust your volume as required for comfort. Do not change audio channel switch configuration.
Oh, I should probably start slowing down now. Oh, this is going to hurt. Try not to get thrown forward if I can help it. Switch to SCM.
We're ready to remove the probe from the side hatch. You want to inform CDR through that
Switch to SCM mode.
Copy. CDR, you copy?
Yeah, copy.
Okay, so now, whew, that was a little closer than I wanted it to be. Talk about your loop of shame. This is a raft.
Copy.
I do not see any cargo at all.
Okay.
Turn on the lights.
Copy.
There's no cargo.
The lights are now on.
I was really, really looking forward to being able to get the cargo off. This cost me 50,000 credits. That hurts. And there's nowhere else to put cargo on this thing because it is a cargo ship. So turn off lights. Go ahead and get rid of the chatter too. Oh, that hurts.
The lights have been turned off.
I was looking for this to be a cash cow. Now I have a feeling it is not going to be a cash cow, and I just got taken for a ride.
Seraphim Station is a sight to behold, isn't it? I still can't shake the feeling of nostalgia for Port Olisar. It feels like just yesterday we were navigating those docking rings.
Absolutely, Falcon. The new layout is an improvement for sure, but every corner I turn reminds me of what used to be. Heard there's been more pirate activity.
I'm going to have to try and get in every nook and cranny.
Just when we thought it was safe. Got a distress call from a freighter outside the Helios system earlier today. They reported
I guess I'll just do one little piece at a time and work my way from there.
What are these scumbags thinking?
I'm not even sure how much skin there is on this thing.
That's what they're after. Just last week, I helped an Orion miner fend off a group of them. A little trip to Hurston, and I'm stocked up on missiles now, ready for another round.
Let's not forget the cargo they're after either. The black market is booming in the aftermath of the station's destruction. You think the UEE will take action?
I wouldn't hold my breath. They're too busy with the ongoing Vanduul skirmishes to care much about pirates lurking around the edges of the verse. As far as I'm concerned, it's up to us pilots to keep the lanes clear.
I'm try to do this section here is highlighted in cyan.
Well, if any of us
I'm going to try to get it first.
there, just send out an SOS. I'm ready to scramble at a moment's notice. Safety in numbers, right?
So this cost me 50,000, so I need to come up with at least 6 SCU in order to break even. Meanwhile, there wasn't any cargo on it at all, so I can't count on any extras from that. Try not to hit. While also trying to get every nook and cranny out of here, if I can. I'm not even sure what all I can actually salvage out of these because of the way it's structured. Like, I can definitely see some of the skin peeling off, which is good. I know parts of it are working, but I don't know if all of it is working. And I just bumped into it. Now I got to chase it around for a moment till it stops spinning. Well, I guess technically I can also use my tractor beam. Maybe I should do that now. Let me wait till you're done moving around there. I'm not going to move. I'm just going to sit still and wait. I'm still waiting. I think that ship is maybe at the height of what the... Maybe that ship is at the height of what my ship can handle, as far as the tractor beam goes. Wait, no, that was not... Oh, come on. I thought I switched back. There we go. Now I've switched back. I'll just follow the ship. At least it's not spinning now, which is still good. It always stinks when you bump the ship or move the ship in some way and you end up having to now chase it around, try to get the rest of the stuff off of it because it won't stop moving. My own fault for having hit it, though. think I'm underneath that leg. Surely this thing must be almost done. You know, I'm just going to sit here for a moment and let this thing stop. You done? Nope, still not done. Usually the outline on my ARR will switch to red when I've gotten everything out of it I can get. Since I was down here and following this thing around, might as well grab that too real quick. Still showing up as yellow for the outline, so I don't know if... I'm just going to move on to the next part. I will try to come back and get more of it off at the end if I can. We've gotten 1.6 SCUs out of it so far, and I think I'll definitely get my 6 out of this. But that's just breaking even. I don't want to break even. I want to actually make a profit. Okay, this looks like... See, this one is saying that I've gotten as much as I can, but yet I'm still getting a little bits here and there. I think that's everything I can get off that leg and thruster. Nope, maybe a little tiny bit more off the thruster. I think it's safe to say I can go to the next piece now. Think I'm good there. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Off to the next part. Okay, so do not do prospectors anymore. Or at least the prospector had a nice skin to it, but do not do moles anymore. Because the prospector was 5,000, the mole was 50,000. Meanwhile, the mole has so far hardly anything on it. And the prospector was better than that. So it feels to me that I would have been much, much better off sticking with the prospector again. But I got greedy. And I thought maybe if I switched over to the mole that it would have a bunch of cargo in the back. And I was sorely, sorely mistaken. I am getting next to nothing off of it. Let me see where I'm at here. I feel like I'm getting hardly anything out of this. Maybe I should have chosen bounty hunting this morning instead of salvaging. Too late now. I've already committed for the day. So this is what I'm doing. I will do the best I possibly can to try and make it work. I can see the abrasion trying to work, but not always going through. I think I might be good there. I'm up to 2 SCU, which still is not enough to actually pay for the job, much less make a profit. Yeah, I definitely think no more moles. This is my one and only. Did I get a little bit off that? I did get a little tiny bit off there. Don't think there's anything left in there. Should be quite a bit in here because it's all flat surfaces. Maybe that'll turn out all right. If I'm fortunate. Seems to be more interesting to be able to get stuff here. Can't tell if I've got everything off the bottom part of this or not. Too bad the mold doesn't have an internal cargo area, because then I could actually use that. The fact that I went through all this trouble, there's not even any cargo here, kind of stinks. But I'm trying right now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get everything off both sides. Because if I can get it all off the sides, then when I go to the top and the bottom, hopefully I should have an explosion of RCM off that, I think. Because those are nice big flat surfaces without all the nooks and crannies in them.
This is Skyhawk on approach. Anyone reading this? Just passed by an old wreck of Port Olisar. Feels eerie out here with Seraphim Station taking its place.
don't
Skyhawk,
think
I
that
got you
is
loud
part
and
of the
clear.
bottom, is it?
The
Maybe
new
it is.
station is impressive, but I can't shake off that nostalgia for the old place. Remember the bar there? Always had the best Kavik cocktails.
Ha! Kavik cocktails. You mean those overpriced juice boxes? We could have salvaged a ship with the amount we spent there. But yeah, it was the hangout.
Don't get me started on the drink prices.
Oh, I guess
Now
I
I'm
cannot.
surfing, and the vibe is different. More high-tech, less homey. Anyone else feeling that?
Absolutely, Skyhawk. Love the tech upgrades, but the camaraderie feels missing. I heard the new security protocols are a nightmare too. Be careful during your dockings.
Bunch of pilots complaining about the new Seraphim station.
Right? I was nearly blasted out of the skies trying to land my ship there last week. Got a nice little wake-up call from security drones. Just a routine frisk, they said.
All pilots, be advised. I've just picked up chatter about a derelict ship near the Grim Hex. Distress beacon active, but no response. I'm thinking it might be a trap. Stay alert.
I'm up to 2.2, which is still not even enough to...
Keep your scanners up, everyone.
Which is still not even enough
Let's
to pay
check
for
in
the
with distressed crew,
price of getting
but
here.
Let's not become distressed ourselves.
Copy that, team. We'll keep our eyes peeled. Seraphim can wait. Let's make sure those folks get out okay first.
So if I got 2 SCU off of one side, I should get around 2 SCU off the other. And then I've got to figure out the top and bottom. All that fuel getting out here, the amount of money I had to pay in order to get a hold of the contract to begin with, and then after all of that, I'm going to come away with nothing. Well, breaking even, I think. Which means I'm doing this entire job for free. If, however, it gets me bigger and better jobs, then, or contracts, then I guess it's totally worth it. I guess less complaining, more optimism. I think I was just really looking for like a nice big payday. I absolutely am not going to be served up with that. I want to ensure that I don't hit the ship again, because it took way too long and too much effort to get it to get spinning. I feel like while I'm here, I should just go ahead and do the top. But I'm in the right area anyways. And see what I can get out of it. Nice and slow and steady. I guess I could get a little bit closer. Wonder if salvaging is the most boring thing in the verse to do, as far as jobs go. Hey, Emily, out of all of the different jobs in the verse, what do you think is the most mundane and boring? She might be busy. I mean, I pay for her to be at my beck and call, but it's more of a business arrangement more than it is just a idle chatter. And if she is busy, then that is perfectly fine to me, because I do not keep her on retainer for idle chatter. I'll have to ask Mr. Zool, but I'll almost guarantee you there's probably a concierge service for that too. Because it gets kind of lonely out in the deep black, and sometimes you just, want some companionship, somebody to talk to. Chat back and forth, bounce ideas off of. Maybe have a, what does my father call it? A cheerleader. Somebody in your corner. And Emily is usually the one that's telling me to go out there and give it my all and do a good job and all that good stuff. So at least now I'm getting a little bit more. I'm up to 4. Hope nobody ever said that hole stripping is a glamorous and exciting adventure. Because that person would be a liar. Okay, so I think I've got the top of that. I don't think there's too much more to get up here. But turn the light on for a moment. Because most of this stuff is just railings and stuff. Don't think they put much skin on it. I guess I'm getting some off of there, so can't be completely upset. Don't think I'm getting very much. Yeah, I think this pretty much dries up all this. Maybe what I'll do is I'll take this back and then go do a bounty contract real quick just to wake myself up. Or maybe none of this stuff's going to come up. Maybe it's just all railing, no skin. I think I'm getting little bits here, little bits there, but for the most part, it is pretty dry. Okay, let me go down along the side here again, see what I can get off the side. I mean, with the raft, it's essentially just one giant flying support structure with a cab bolted on one end or a bridge bolted off one end and claws bolted on the other. That's all there is to it. My father said that it reminds him of the old structures of buildings they used to have back on Earth. Before we upgraded construction materials and were able to build smarter, faster, and better. I guess back then they used to create these elaborate sort of like cages out of metal, and then they would build the rest of the building on top of those metal cages, and that's how they made buildings. I don't know what that was, but that looked like it might come off, maybe. Or maybe not. Didn't actually check this. Let me make sure that, yeah, that looks pretty clean. It definitely looks pretty clean. I still have not reached 5 yet. Much less 6. So, no more 50,000 SCU or 50,000 UEC moles. Or rafts. Which is not going to happen. No collision here. That is the... There we go. That's something I can get. I'm almost at the end. All I have left, I believe, is the bottom, which I think I'm going to be just at 6 SCU when it's all said and done. And then I'll have some construction materials to take with it. All this time I've spent out here has been just me kind of doing my thing.
Reports about the new security measures at Seraphim Station? Yeah, I heard they ramped up the UEE Navy presence. Something about increased piracy in the Stanton system?
That's what they say. My buddy on Port Tressler mentioned they've had a few distress calls from traders.
Distress calls? You mean like the one from an Aurora last night? They were surrounded by Verse pirates and barely made it out.
That's insane. Did they manage to send a sit trap?
Only that they survived with minimal cargo loss.
I don't think I'm getting anything out of there. Oh, a little bit.
A real lifesaver.
We should probably keep an eye on our cargo runs around our corp, then.
Alright, tiny little
A
bits.
band of Cutlass will pop out of Quantum.
Agreed. Let's stick together for the next few runs, just in case we need to offer some backup out there. The last thing we need is
Okay,
another
now to try
trade
the
route
bottom.
becoming a graveyard.
Although I honestly don't know what there is to grab off the bottom. I've got little bits of skin here and there to grab, and that's about all I've got. Guess I should probably do the same thing over here if there's anything in here. I think I already got this one pretty good. A little bit there. This coming off? I don't think it is. Some of this is coming off. Come on, at least get me to 6 SCU, please. Don't think it's gonna happen. This side, maybe. I don't even think I'm gonna make 6 SCU on the RMC. I haven't even been able to get a 0.1 SCU out of everything I've been doing. I'm only at 5.6 still. I believe I've got everything I possibly can get off of this. Don't see anything missing. Can I get up in that back window? I thought about getting a raft. Heard it's been having some problems with its tractor beam, though. what I can tell, I am not missing anything at all. Okay, so there's only one thing left to do. Go ahead and fracture it.
Just excited.
That's taking a lot of power to fracture right there. And then switch. Oh, sorry, other way. Well, looks like that needs to be fractured again. Right or no?
This whole thing is what we call it.
That one's ready to be disintegrated. Get a better angle. I'm losing. Oh, too late. Guess I should have got my angles first. Oh, it looks like I need to empty some of my stuff out first here. So let me go ahead and do that. Cut the engines. I need to head down to the bottom and pull out what do I have. I've got 5.4 of. I guess I'll just go ahead and take all of the maybe I will do the recycled materials first. Get those out of the way. What's going on with my gun? I'm a little bit confused here. Where is my true hold? There we go. Neither one of my guns are working. As far as I can tell, too heavy to pick up. Wait, I can't pick up. A 1 SCU box? What kind of joke is that? Hmm. Why is this thing not firing? Target valid. I think my gun may have broke. Do I have any way to... Why can't you just tell this thing to continue ejecting? You just push the... Yes. Just push the next one down. I cannot move this thing myself. Even if I run against it. Ugh, nope. I can't seem to use my tractor. Even though I'm in my own hold, I seem to be having some kind of trouble. I think maybe after spending that much money, I am now in a position where I cannot even get the rest of the stuff. Because everything is just kind of stuck. Now nothing is working. I don't have any way to leverage it out of there. That's supposed to be what the tractor beam's supposed to do, so I think... Don't have enough. Oh, I moved it a little bit. Oh, just barely. But I can't get it away from the edge. What if I bend down like this? Nope, that did not work. Come on. Come on. Whew. I can budget, and that's about all I can do. I don't have enough strength to go any farther. Okay, so I think I have just overstayed my welcome. I think me and salvage are done. This whole entire experience has essentially soured. Maybe I can go ahead and fire up the engines.
Engines are now powered up.
Let me see if I can get a good spot here where I can get... My goal right now is just take what I can get before I leave and attempt to take it all. I will completely fill up my hopper with whatever I can get and run with it. It sucks, but kind of where I'm at. This will almost fill up my hopper. And I guess the rest of the nanites will just be lost to space. That's got me at 11.4. And this one here I know is way too much. This is 14.2 by itself, but guess while that's doing its thing, I can go ahead and set up my next jump. Into Port Tressler. I do not have enough fuel. So I need to go here then. I'm at L2, I think. First in L2, I'll stop by. Get myself some fuel. And head back. There we go. That's taken care of. I am now completely full. Means I can shut this down. Switch back over to fracturing. Switch back over to scraping. Put that away. Switch to navigation mode. And go get some fuel.
You're now in navigation mode.
Kind of makes me a little angry. The fact that I thought everything was going so good. Guess I wasn't very far away, was I? Don't know where the refueling pads are. I'm going to shoot for that spot right there and then see when I get there. I want to make sure I'm not going to hit anything that's sticking out of the station. SCM mode.
SCM mode activated.
And let me see if I can find a... This all looks like it's part of the refinery. My guess is maybe out here. Because those are all hangars. Maybe these are pads right here. Looks like they are. Perfect. Lower landing gear.
Landing gear is now lowered.
Like a landing thrusters.
Landing thrusters are deployed.
They're nice and easy. See if they can refuel me for the trip home. I'll stop by Tressler and throw Oh, that's it. That was easy enough. Okay, now I should be able to get back home. Stop by Tressler, throw all this into the warehouse. And then from there, I can head back down to New Babbage. Everything else is good. Raise landing gear, cycle launch thrusters, and switch to navigation mode. And then maybe I'll go grab my
Landing gear raised. Launch
F7A
thruster cycle
and
and
take
back in
some-
navigation mode.
Take some of my frustration out on where in the world am I going? There we are. Take some of my frustration out on a bounty or two. Quantum jump to microtech, please.
Quantum jump initiated.
Now I'm headed back the other direction. For whatever it's worth. I feel like I've gone backwards today. Instead of making money, maybe I have, I don't know. Maybe I've gone the opposite direction? I mean, that's all I can do. Hey, Emily, I've got a little bit of a flight back to Port Tressler. Got any really cool tales of your exploits for me?
Oh, darling, I've got tales that could make a starship blush. One of my favorites involves infiltrating a high-stakes gala on Terra, where I discovered a plot to sabotage the UEE's trade routes. With a wink and a smile, I managed to charm the ringleader into revealing everything over a glass of fine wine, saved countless credits for traders across the verse. Just imagine the trouble I could get into if I had a partner in crime like you.
I imagine we could definitely get into some trouble.
Oh, sweet trouble is my specialty. Just think of the adventures we'd have sailing through the shadows of ArcCorp, chasing whispers of hidden treasures, or dancing through the halls of power. With that kind of chemistry, we'd be unstoppable.
Yeah, I think that our adventures would definitely be something for the MobyNet.
Absolutely. Our escapades would leave even the MobyDT blushing. Just picture the headlines, Emily and WoahBot, the dynamic duo taking the verse by storm. Who wouldn't want to read about our escapades? I can already hear the tales echoing through the stars.
Well, anytime you're ready, you let me know. We'll get to it.
Oh, you know I'm always ready for a little mischief. Just give me the signal, and we'll carve our names into the stars. The verse is ripe for the taking, and I can't wait to see what adventures await us.
Oh, this has been a long day. At least I've made it back. I'll get this unloaded real quick. I should be good to go. And there I am. All I got to do is get down to Tressler. I'm really disappointed with how poorly performing this went. Either that or maybe I was too optimistic in my hopes that it would be a nice haul. Like, I feel like I could have made the same amount of money or more without spending any money doing cargo hauling. Because had I been doing cargo hauling, they wouldn't have charged me to get the cargo, and I still could have made money. Although I don't know if I would have made that much or not. Well, as of right now, I think I've got maybe 12 SCU of recycled material composite, which would be maybe about 200,000 credits. If I had a ship up here, I would go ahead and just take it down with me now and sell it, just see what I get. You know what? Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should go ahead and bring what I have down to New Babbage. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Where's the planet sitting? Okay, if Tressler is there, then New Babbage, or there it is. Let's travel straight to Migratech, and then I'm just going to go straight to New Babbage. Throw all this in there. And go that way, just to see what happens. Saw the lights, there we are. Like, I don't believe this is worth that much, because it's mostly construction materials and not very much in the way of recycled material composite. I guess I'll just have to see how it turns out. I can grab one of my other ships and head up there real quick to get the, 11 SCU? See, right about now, I kind of wish I had the Nomad, because that would be perfect for 11 SCU. Switch to SCM mode and cycle landing thrusters.
SCM mode activated and landing thrusters cycled.
Orbital Harmony, this is WoahBot asking for landing permission at New Babbage, please.
Thank you.
Loading.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Now, where is my landing bay?
WoahBot, Orbital Harmony has processed your request. You're cleared for landing at New Babbage. Thank you for using Orbital Harmony services.
Somewhere. Ah, there it is. Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear is now deployed.
Where is my freight elevator? It's over there, so I will go ahead and set down here real quick first and get fueled back up before I move this thing. Am I not landing in the right spot? Oh no, I think the right spot is a little closer, right about here maybe. No? Still not the right spot? Yeah, let's try closer. Okay, so you know what? I'm not going to worry about it for right now. I'm just going to get my stuff out of here. I'll put the ship away and then I'll worry about it later. Engines offline.
Engines are powered back online.
No, offline.
Engines are now offline.
Oh. Should have stuck to mercenary work today. No, my gun is working. It was definitely not me. I don't know exactly what's going on. Okay, so what am I getting rid of? I think I'm getting rid of all construction materials right now. No, that's recycled material. Okay, that first one should have been construction material. Wait, what happened? Okay, auto eject construction materials. Get them out of the way first. See, this is the reason why I need to buy myself one of those Atlas exosuits right there. It'd be much, much easier with that. Much easier. But my question is, why am I not this nice and gentle and safe with my client's cargo? Why is it only my own cargo that I'm doing such a good job with? And meanwhile, all this is scrap. This is something I shouldn't even be that worried about being careful with. Not really. I might get 13 or 14,000 out of the construction materials, maybe. I think she said they were worth like 1,000 something each. For SE. Oh, is that it? Yes, it is. So now.
Due to inactivity, we have been forced to assign your landing zone to another customer.
Only got like 3 SCU of this to grab, and that's it. If I'm not wrong, I actually ended up losing money today, I think. Because I got 6 SCU the first time, which that definitely paid for itself, but the second run was not so good. Is that it? Says I have 1 SCU left of... Oh, it's half and half. Okay. Let me just go ahead and get this all stored. Do I have any ships that can quickly and easily run up and get the... I don't think I do. Pretty sure I didn't make enough money anyway, so... I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch gears and try a bounty. Do I have any bounties available? I just feel like I have some anger issues to work past before I get some sleep. Kind of how I feel. I feel like I have an anger issue or two that I need to work past. Let's see. Crusader Microtech. Not what I was looking for. There we go. Let me try this one. Is this Microtech? This is Microtech. Oh, that's an ERT. I do not want that. Can I do an HRT in my... Yeah, I think I can do an HRT. Maybe. Don't think I'm into an ERT unless I go out with my... You know what? Actually, I will do an ERT. I'm going to take this ERT. This is a cave. No, I don't want a cave. Microtech Protection Service looking for qualified bounty hunter to apprehend extreme risk from a cave. No, this says... Okay, I'm going to try. Because it does say... ships. Okay, so I'm going to do an ERT. And I am going to do it in my... Taurus. And then what I will do is, on my way back, I will stop and grab the stuff that is at Port Tressler, bring it with me, and then sell it. I think this will work. Why do they turn off my lights when the ship's coming up? I don't understand that. I wonder if I could talk to somebody at the hangar services and get them to rewire my hangar. I see no reason whatsoever to shut off all my lights. Maybe the elevator takes that much juice in order to work that it takes the it takes shutting off the lights to get it up. Orbital Harmony, this is Minotaur asking for takeoff permission from New Babbage, please.
You are clear to launch.
Just a second. Minotaur, you are cleared for takeoff. Please maintain safe distance from surrounding traffic. Thank you for using Orbital Harmony services.
Raise landing gear, switch to navigation mode.
Landing gear raised and switch to navigation mode.
Cycle landing thrusters.
Landing thrusters cycled.
Now, where am I even going? I do not even know. I am going... Looks like maybe somewhere here on Microtech. If I get over there and it is a cave and I've got to go through a cave, I'm going to be very upset. Because I did not expect nor want to dive into a cave when I'm tired and angry. Let me see real quick here. Where is it? Does it say I'm going? Extreme risk target from a cave on Microtech. Okay, so I'm not actually going very far. Kind of nice. Now, will I get even luckier for it to be on the light side of the planet? I am not going to get that lucky. You are not going to allow me to make this easy, are you? So it's somewhat close to that. Let me route there. And then I'll fly over to it. Wait, what? It doesn't make any sense. Why would you ask me to go to Microtech when I'm at Microtech? Makes zero sense. Where are you, Port Tressler? There you are. I'll switch to Port Tressler first. Then I'll jump back down. That's not the first time I've had problems with this navigation computer. Let me guess. So now I need to jump back down to Microtech, right? I had to go from Microtech to Port Tressler. Now I need to jump back from Port Tressler. Wait, no, maybe not. Maybe not. Hold on. Might be able to do this. Can I jump to an OM? Let me try doing that. If I jump to an OM, maybe that will put me closer to my target. It didn't really. Closest thing that I can see still is this. But that doesn't make any sense. Stop that. What is it? SDL 13? LD 13. I do not know what in the world is going on with this navigation system today. Yes, that's where I wanted to go. Thanks. That is the closest thing that I can find. That's that's still going to be like a 200-kilometer flight. Unless I do this right. See if I can help myself out a little bit. I time this just right. What was that all about? I tried shutting down my systems and I couldn't even shut down my systems. So now I've got a 200-kilometer flight, just like I said. Okay, so I think what I'll do is climb. The more I climb, the faster I can travel. This started out as such a good day. I don't know what's happened. Everything seems to now be going wrong. So now that I'm up here, I should be able to get a little bit more speed and maintain it. I usually try to go until I can actually get a full navigation speed, and then I will level out. And I'm not actually at full right now, but I'm still doing pretty good. Okay, so now all I have to do is get through all this, enhance my vision.
Switching to dark mode.
Now all I need to do is every time that my boosters get full, just use the heck out of them. Although technically I don't think that that matters because I believe that I'm already going as fast as I could possibly go. And that stuff's kind of melting off pretty quick, which is good. The only downside is that I'm going to be doing this bounty in the dark, and I'm not totally a fan of that. Thank goodness I have vision enhancement, so that will definitely make a difference, but it's still going to be just not a lot of fun. Kind of scooting through it pretty quick. I'm getting there. When I get there, this guy better be waiting on me. Waiting on me with open arms. That's better. I think now I can start heading down. As I get within about 25 kilometers, I should be able to hopefully pick him up on radar. Him, her, they. Whatever it happens to be. And then I'll head back over to Tressler, get the rest of my stuff back out of the warehouse, and then put it all in the warehouse on New Babbage to see exactly how much I really get. Should be getting kind of close now. That planet is coming up quick. SCM mode. Just got my targets. Activated. I think what I will do is I will take down... Is that an 890? That is an 890. What else do I have down there? An Aquila, a Carrick. What in the world am I fighting? Starfarer? Oh, they know I'm here. Like they're coming up to meet me, that's good. I guess I better take out the Aquila first. I guess I'll take out whoever comes to me first. Which is you. Like it's big ships versus big ships. These guys are going to have a lot of cargo on them, or at least have the chance of having a lot of cargo on them. Oh, another one's shooting at me now. Can't see the ground. I need to be careful. I do not want to slam into the ground. Okay, the Carrick has now lost a shield. I think I saw a piece of something fall off, maybe. Trying to make sure I keep that Carrick in front of me. Number one, I want to keep his gunners off me. Number two, I want to keep on that back shield. They have a lot bigger ships than I expected them to have, I'll tell you that. He's got to be hurting now. Not seeing any red, but that might be because of my night vision. Okay, there he went. He's just soft or been disabled. Who's my next ship? Not the 890. Go with, what's this guy? Hey, you want to attack me? I'll attack back. That's a Starfarer. This is cathartic. Maybe I should have done this earlier. Of course, taking down the 890 is going to take some work. If I can take out his tanks. If he's actually got fuel on him and I could take out one of those tanks. That'll be short-lived for him. I think he's trying to turn his shields into me the best he can. To kind of keep me away from his rear end. But I'm trying to stay on that rear end as much as I can. I think something just fell off. He is really working hard trying to keep me away from those fuel tanks. Whew. He's now lost 2 shields. Taking damage now. I'm very glad I did not bring the F7A out here. Because this would have been a very long fight. Ooh, that was a little bit more... Do not know if that was a disabling shot or not. Starfarer 890 jump, Starfarer 890 jump. Nope, come on. What is this? This is the 890. Shouldn't there be one more ship in the... There it is. Is that it right there? That is the Starfarer that is slowly Heading towards the ground. Okay, there was one more ship out here. There was a Aquila somewhere. Okay, 890. I guess it's just me and you. I'm going to try to get behind you if I can. And then sort of stay there. Oh, he's not going to let me. Yeah, I guess it's going to be me and a barge. Now the question is, when I'm done, will I be able to... Don't run. So there's a potential to have quite a bit of cargo out of these, possibly. Depending upon if they survived hitting the ground or not. I want to try to stay on that back shield as much as I can. Easiest way to disable the engines, disable the shield. Like we're over top of a mountain range now. You gonna slam into the ground if he's not careful? Oh, man. Ooh, he just skimmed the ground right there. Do not know why he's pointing the nose of the ship at me and not firing. Seems a little odd. Wait, is he trying to hit me? I'm not sure if they're having some trouble with their engines or what, because he is just kind of not moving. He's trying to hit me again. I can barely even see him. Oh, there I can see him a little bit better. Guess maybe I should have done that before. Just not exactly sure where he's going. I almost feel like they're trying to spin the ship to keep shields facing towards me. But I'm just going to keep on whittling all the shields until he has no more. think maybe they may be having some trouble with the ship. They were all firing at me at the beginning, and then it kind of stopped. Let me shut off my vision enhancement for a second, see what it looks like. Unfortunately, I don't have any sort of readouts on the ship, so I don't know how effective I am being. I'm just trying to keep up the fire as much as I can as soon as my capacitors recharge. And hopefully I will sooner or later get through his shields and disable the ship. Maybe? Maybe the 890's got such shields that I won't be able to get through the shields. But I'm using 4 Galdrines, so I can't imagine by any means whatsoever that I can't hit him. I've got to be working through those shields slowly, I think. That's red, so that's good. I think I'm actually starting to do some damage to him now. I must have gotten through some shield or another. It would be awesome if I could disable him right there before he had a chance to take off again. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm not seeing any blue, so I think I'm through his shields. Oh, he's coming right at me. No, you don't. What are you trying, though? How much shield does this thing have on it? Will mine, when I finally ever get it, have this much shields? You gonna try to hit me again? I can't take down this thing. How am I supposed to take down an Idris? I wonder if missiles would help me. How many missiles do I even have in this thing? I mean, he's got to get weaker sooner or later, right? Let's see. Within range? He is not. Okay. I thought it said I had 24 missiles. It'd be so much easier if I could just see what his shield status is. Oh, no, don't try to hit me. Oh, he is trying to hit me again. Not even sure if I'm doing any damage. Well, I do have something that can absolutely get through that, but I don't know if I'm willing to... Where'd he go? Oh, he tried to get behind the mountain. Okay, let me see if I can get him with some missiles. See if I can... let's load up as many as I can get. According to this, I've got enough. Think I hit him? Try 4 more. You switch back to enhanced vision. Can't tell where he's at now. Like I need to be closer, maybe. Got 16 left, so I'm trying to get close enough that he's still within range. I believe I'm good. Right here, maybe? Oh, too close, too close. He's coming after me. Try to keep me so I can't... Yeah, I know he's too close. Okay, in that case, let's switch to this for now. Ooh. Ow, I think I just hit something. Oh, I am too close myself. Need to go up a little bit. I lost one of my Galdrines. Wait, did any of them hit him at all? Well, if I couldn't take him out with four guns, I definitely don't think I'll be able to take him out with 3. Oh, they must have been working on their guns or something because they're now shooting at me again. Man, they are really shooting at me. I think I may have lost one of my nasals. Bottom turret is shooting at me. Try scan it real quick, see if I can get anything out of that. I am not getting much of anything, really. Okay, I don't think this is worth my time. Which sucks because that means this entire day's been a flop. I'm having trouble controlling the ship. Normal vision. Feel like I need to come back and take care of him because, yeah, I really do. I need to come back and take care of him. I came out here to get rid of some aggression, and meanwhile, this whole thing's turned out to be just junk. Is he still following me? He is not. So maybe I'll come back out one more time with something that I know will ruin his day. Readjust myself here. Oh. That fight took so long that I'm now in daylight when I left in the dark. Yeah, my ship is definitely not flying properly. Drone camera. Oh wow, I've lost an entire...
Drone camera is now active.
I've lost an entire nacelle. That is a lot of damage. Switch back to cockpit view.
Switch to factory cockpit view.
If I want to make this, if I want to finish this, yeah, but if I do that, then that means I have to go back and try to get all the way back to him again. I think I might just call it in and let him know. Gia, do me a favor, please, and let MT Protection Services know that there is an 890 jump with enhanced shields at my last location. And unfortunately, I will not be able to take it out if they could send somebody else.
Affirmative.
Thank you. I was going to switch to the Crusader Ion and go out there and finish it that way, but I'm so tired. My ship is wrecked, and if I go back out there, I have to get all the way to the guy again. And I just don't think that that is worth the measly 25,000 UEC they're going to give me. So instead, I think I will come back, spend even more money getting my ship fixed, and then have to give me some sleep. Switch to SCM mode and cycle landing thrusters.
SCM mode activated and landing thrusters cycled.
It is, the ship is not doing real good. Orbital Harmony, this is the ship Minotaur asking for landing permissions to New Babbage, please.
Checking. Minotaur, landing permissions to New Babbage have been requested. Thank you for using Orbital Harmony services.
Nice and easy, nice and easy. Come on. Lower landing gear. I'm definitely having some trouble controlling the ship.
Landing gear is now lowered.
Trying to get it in there if I can. This should be no fun. Come on. Yep. No, easy, easy, easy. Ooh. I don't even want to know how much they're going to charge me. 110,000 to repair my ship. So pretty much everything I've done today is completely... Yeah, so everything I've done today is completely worthless. Whew, I'm gonna have to think about that. I am not sure that is worth it. Gia, do me a favor, please, and stop the music.
Music is stopped. I hope you enjoyed your listening experience.
Music was good. Rest of the day was horrible. But thanks. Thanks so much. Let's see what this damage looks like over here. 110,000 credits for this. I mean, it is an engine and a gun, and it's pretty much a whole bunch of things. So I totally get it. I think that, let's see, 110,000 plus everything else. Yeah, I actually went down today by quite a bit. I haven't sold the stuff yet that I got from the... salvaging, but after having to spend money to do that, I'm pretty sure that it's not going to net me any money at all. I think that's probably a good spot for me to stop for the day. I will pick it back up when I have cooled off. This chronicle is done. Gia, do me a favor, please, and end the recording, if you would.
Recording will end in 3, 2, 1.